Hello,
Hola, ¿cómo está?
people of the
I look
internet.
alright in this. I look alright in this hue.
You saying
Look
this
at
huge?
that.
Look at the hue, Lord. Look at the huge.
Yes,
Lord,
this
we thank you
melanin
for the
popping.
hue.
Hey,
Oh
how
my
y'all
goodness.
doing today, y'all?
What is popping out? It's your two favorite brides of Christ.
Your favorite brides of Christ?
On the live slash not live. We can say
Recording.
mic slash video. It got a rhyme though. That's the point of it. It got a rhyme. She two favorite brides of Christ. We just gonna leave it at on the video. Okay, on the video slash mic.
Uh, yes, that.
the the godly gangster gang.
Girl against the game.
Christian gangster.
Christian gangster.
Street ministries.
Street Ministries, y'all. What's happening? What's up? As you can see, I'm stationary in my bed, and should you say anything, it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm doing today.
This is what it is.
And I'm gonna still give y'all 110%, the best I can. So,
Sometimes you gotta do what you can. And that's what's
absolutely,
happening.
absolutely. So Jay, how you been doing today?
Today was it was a chill day, in the regard of I didn't do a whole lot, but I did enough to where I'm like I'm tired mentally. But I still got more stuff to do, so can't complain. Ultimately, cannot complain. Still got some stuff to do. So, yeah, it's been a good day though. Ultimately, period.
Awesome, awesome.
The day above
It's been a
ground.
pretty, huh?
The day above ground.
Amen. Today has been pretty good for me as well. It wasn't terrible. I will just say it, today felt long. Oh, sorry. Well, Lord, I apologize. I'm still here. Jay didn't want to do this podcast. She said I've been so tired. It's gonna be all right. Let's go ahead and get it started, Jay. What we talking about?
God kept me. That's what.
You gonna be
Uh,
funny.
no, that's what the song said. That's
Uh huh.
true. Period. No, but what did you ask me just now? Sorry.
I said, Jay, what are we talking about today?
Oh, y'all. So why would you put me in this? Okay, y'all. Today we are talking about a topic that came from a Kayla's card game, the relationship card game deck that helps to start conversations. And so
Yes.
one of the cards that she picked on tonight is what did you fit in as a child? But we want to extend that a little bit more from did we fit in as a child and how do we now feel about fitting in? So that's what we're going to talk about here on tonight. That being said,
Absolutely.
real quick before we get into it, shameless plug. If y'all have not already, please make sure y'all go cop More Than a Seed on Amazon. Your girl, Kayla Frazier, has published her first book. Woo! For she's
First.
a jolly good woman. For she's a jolly
First.
good woman. To God be the glory, man. Again, if y'all haven't seen the post about it, y'all missing out, bro. Like that book. Pull up my copy. This book is a whole move from the Lord, okay? A whole
Amen.
move, okay? To God be the glory for this book. This book will change your life. It's not super long. It gets right to the point, and it keeps you engaged. Kayla is funny, y'all. Y'all don't see Kayla's super funny side all the time, but y'all will see it in this book. She is so animated in this book, and I love it. So yes, y'all make sure y'all please go cop that. Again, it is More Than a Seed available on Amazon. I had to do a
You
shameless
was so dope, man. You don't have to
man.
do a whole commercial.
I got you. I got you. But you don't. You don't, man. I'm just a squirrel in your world, homie. I'm just a squirrel in your world. I'm thankful.
Nah, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support.
For sure, man. For sure.
But absolutely, y'all. I'm only gonna just go out based on what Jay said. It was definitely just a joy writing the book. So I hope you guys, whoever gets it, really enjoys it. And like Jay said, you guys might not see the funny side of me, but you do see it in there. And people who know me and they know how I talk, they probably be laughing because they know I be talking
Exactly.
funny.
I was sitting out saying, yo,
So
Kayla funny, bro. Kayla funny, bro. Y'all go see it though. Y'all go see it. But please, y'all make sure y'all please go cop that. Support Kayla Frazier today. If you ain't got it until your payday, then wait until your payday. But still make sure you support. Yes, we appreciate
Absolutely.
words of encouragement and all that, but make some moves. Action. Come on, help us out.
That's right.
God be the glory.
So would you like for me to start?
I actually would. That was actually the next statement I was gonna make was okay, so tell us.
Okay, so when it comes to me fitting in, I did not fit in at all growing up. I didn't really have a whole lot of friends. I probably would say, you know what? I thought, now that I think about it, I thought Quan was my oldest friend, but Brittany is actually my oldest friend. Brittany, wait, maybe around the same. Because I can remember being in primary school and Brittany and I, and we had another friend. We would do little picnics and stuff like that. But even before that, I didn't have a lot of friends at all. So like I would walk around on the playground by myself. It's very sad. I was just always by myself, and I don't know why people didn't like me. I mean, I don't think they didn't dislike me. It was just kind of like I was invisible. So I didn't fit in at all. I didn't have the nicest shoes. I didn't have the nicest clothes. I had like a lot of hand-me-downs. I had, a lot of the cheaper items because my family just couldn't afford those things, which probably is one of the reasons why I don't value clothes and shoes and stuff like that now. But I just didn't have the best, so nobody really I wasn't popular. So I'll stop right there. Well, okay, I'll go a little bit further. And then middle school, still didn't fit in. I didn't have a whole lot of friends still then. Until I got into band. Band is where everything happens. You get more friends,
right?
All of that good stuff. But even in the band, I may have had maybe one or two friends. Then when I got older, things happened. I kind of became like a leader in the band, and I didn't have as many friends as I had mentees, meaning kids that looked up to me, that type of thing.
Right.
And yeah, so high school, I was a lot more, not popular, but I was in every circle. Still didn't care about fitting in, but I was a little bit more on the radar. So honors classes, played basketball, did volleyball, did band, student council, like all of that
volleyball?
Stuff. I did.
Maybe,
you
told me that. You told me that. You did tell me that. You did tell me that. Okay.
Yeah, I did track and field events, stuff like that. So like I did a lot, but it definitely helped me to get out there, talk to more people. I talked to white people. I talked to the black people. I was in the geek circle. I could be in the other circle. Yeah, I was just everywhere. But I still didn't care about fitting in back then. And so fast forward to now, and I'll talk about it in a little bit, but Jay, you can go ahead and talk about you and if you fitted in back in the day.
I don't know. Like, I just, like, for me, I think I just had my friend group. Like, okay, like, anybody who knows me, like, I'm good with people. Like, I could talk to pretty much anybody. But it was more so that I had a lot more associates than friends. So, like, just people like, hey, what's up? Like, that type ordeal, if that makes sense. But even then, thinking about, like, back in school and stuff, like, I've always been a big girl, so I was always known as fat kid. So, in that, like, I had my group of friends or whatever, like, my select few people that, like, I ran with, and the only reason that I really ran with them, like, now, granted, I had some people who I was really close with like that, but majority of the people that I ran with, the only reason why is because we had classes together. That's how we became quote unquote friends. And so, but even then, like even looking back on it and thinking about it, it was more so associates. So it was like that definitely through elementary school. Like I had a childhood best friend and stuff, but me and her were not close anymore. Like we're not best friends anymore. Like we're still cool. Like we're still friends or whatever. Like if I see her, I'll say, "Hey, what's up?" You know, like this type of ordeal. But nah, we're not like best friends or nothing like that no more. Actually, to be real, the longest friend that I had back then, and I still have now, would be Asia. That probably, to be honest with you. But going fast forward into high school, it was more so again like because of classes and whoever you bonded with through classes, then that's how y'all became close. It was more so that type of ordeal. And like I just kind of knew people. So like I would like be around a different, like hang out around different people and stuff like that. So that's how it kind of became that people knew about me or knew who I was. But I wasn't like no popular kid or nothing like that. Like I did marching band or whatever. So of course you down with the band fam and you spend majority of your time with them. So of course like they know who you are, they know what's up and all of that. Right. But outside of that, nah, I didn't really do so much. Like I just stayed in my books, hung with my select few people, and went from there. Because really, my freshman year, there was some people that I was cool with in my grade, but I've always hung out with older people. So I met Asia my freshman year, but the way I met her was it was crazy how I met her and how me and her even started talking. But once I started getting closer with her, then I started hanging with her friend group. So I was always with them. Granted, I still had my friends too in my grade, but I was mainly with them. So like in the mornings, like when everybody would come in, we would all just hang out in the cafeteria and wait till it was time to go to class. And so I was always with them rather than the people in my age group. Because people in my age group, they was doing stuff. They was doing crazy stuff. So I would just hang out with them and chill with them or whatever. And so then when they graduated, then that's, dang, that sounds bad. But when they graduated, then that's when I started hanging more with my friend group. But even at that point in time, I just was kind of,
as well.
nah, I just was kind of doing my own thing. But I knew different people from different groups because of the classes I was in. Again, because like I was in primarily like honors and like AP classes, but majority of my friends in my group, in my grade were in CP classes. A few were in honor, but more of them was there. And band. So that's where majority of my friend group came into play, was band, and from there. So yeah, and like I said, the only person from high school that I still talk to is Asia, and occasionally I may talk to Eric. But outside of that, that's shit. I talked to a few other people, but again, just as associates. The only person friend-wise who I'm still friends with, who I'm still tight with like that, would be her. But even then, like me and Asia, we kind of grew apart a little bit too now. But yeah.
Oh,
can you hear me? Do I sound far away?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
So yeah, go ahead. So fast forward to the older year. Oh, question. You had a question. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I didn't have a question.
Oh, so you was just saying. Oh, so you were saying so when you was getting ready to go to your older years. Okay. Go ahead.
So
that's what I was about to say. I was about to say so to your older years. So go ahead though.
Yeah. So fast forward to let's go to college. Didn't care about fitting in. Like I was just trying to get through. Like I could have been as invisible as possible. I didn't care about pledging. Still don't care about that. Didn't care about pledging. Didn't care about being a part of like groups and stuff like that. Wasn't really involved at all. So it was like a completely different world versus me being in high school to me being in college. It was completely different. Except for I worked, different little odd jobs there, and I was in band there for like pep band and stuff like that. All 4 years, I did that. So that stuff happened, but of course I didn't develop no friends in there. That's for sure. Yeah, just get in, get out, get my $25. Jay, you was only
in band. I'm sorry. I was like, dang, what am I? Well, I got you. Okay, sorry. Carry on. It's your story. Go ahead.
Jay was there a couple of games, and then she just faded out.
That's a story.
Jay, so you did not fade out.
I didn't fade out until 2015, but in 2014 I was there.
Not for all the games, you wasn't.
But for majority of them.
No,
but you got to think about it. We didn't have a lot of games in 2014 as is. So I was there for all of the games in 2014. 2015, that's when it started getting.
We did have a lot of games in 2014.
No.
Why would the amount of games change?
Because you remember there was one time where we started earlier and we started the season earlier one year. That was freshman year. But sophomore year, we started it later. That I do remember. So I did it sophomore year too.
What? No, I think it's vice versa. But anyway, doesn't matter. Jay faded out. And so then I was all by my lonesome up there playing my tuba. And yeah, that happened.
To a game after I left.
I kept saying, "Come on, Jay, come on to the games." I'm tired. I'm like, bruh, come on. And so yeah, but we ain't gonna talk about it. So,
but when and I know I was at more than a couple games because I got paid. I wouldn't have got paid my full check if I wasn't. So that's how I know because I got paid my full check, but I didn't get paid as much as y'all did because y'all went and played at the championship and I didn't. Boom. Sorry, go ahead.
You didn't get paid a full check, sir?
I did get paid a full check. Now I didn't get paid a full check in 2015. I definitely didn't in 2015. Like fall 2015. I was no good at that. Go ahead though. This is your story. Carry on.
You was caught up, but so yeah, I didn't care about fitting in then, and so now fast forward to now, I still don't care about fitting in. As a matter of fact, I prefer. I want to be the outlier. Like I like being the person that is very different, that doesn't fit into every group. But can I blend in? Absolutely. So there's a difference between blending and fitting in. Fitting in would mean that I'm trying to follow the crowd, that type of thing. Whereas blending in into different groups, meaning that I am able to acclimate myself into the not community, but just the environment in general. So I can go in any type of environment and talk the way that they talk or walk the way that they walk, to not to change myself, but to make sure that I am being appealing so that they can then open up to me and talk to me and get to know me so that I can then introduce God to them. So, and it's the very same way that Paul was. It's the very same way that Jesus was to a certain extent. And many of the disciples, honestly. So, yeah, that's just me. I still don't. I don't care about fitting in. I don't care about getting the latest fashions and electronics. I never did. I mean, that's why I thank God I never grew up that way. But still don't care about it. I will live the bare minimum to make sure that my future is secure. And so I don't fit in. I just blend in, and I get things done. So that's me for right now. Jay?
That's word. So I guess we'll start from college. I guess you started from there. College, I would say I was unapologetically me. I didn't care really about what anybody had to say. Granted, there was more stuff that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to pledge. At this point, I don't really want to anymore. I think it's interesting. I like, because I've seen a lot dealing with sororities and stuff when I was in high school. And so it made me want to pledge. Definitely no disrespect to the Divine Nine. Y'all dope in real life. Y'all do y'all thing.
Absolutely.
Because yeah, there's some pretty dope people in there, like legit, and it's a great brotherhood and sisterhood for the different sororities and fraternities. But so yeah, at that point in time, that was something I wanted to do. I don't really care to do it at this point in my life, and I probably won't. Let's see what else. During college, like I said, I was just me. I didn't really care about fitting in. I had a lot of associates though. Like just random people, hey, hey, hey. And I remember one day we were sitting on Scholars Walk on Winthrop's campus, and Kayla asked me, "Yo, you know them?" I was like, "No, not really. Just maybe from class or something, but no." But it's just, I guess, just that's just me. Like I just talk to people. Like I'm just a people person, I guess. I don't know, but so yeah, that was then. One thing I will say is that in the life that I was living at that point in time, because of how I guarded myself, I got to a point where I didn't care what anybody thought about me or what they felt about me. And that started kind of in high school, and so that basically boiled over into college and on past that. Now I still would say I don't try to fit in, but I am like, I would say I continue to be me unapologetically, but there are certain things or certain sticking with the question. Let me stick within the parameters of the question, because if not, I'll end up going on the tangent. At this point, do I care about fitting in? No. At this point, I'm more concerned with making sure that I'm exactly who God called me to be. At one point in time, I did have a hard time with people pleasing, but now I would say that I'm definitely growing a lot more out of that, because that was something I did in my younger part of life, and that kind of carried over, but in a different way, into my adult life. And so at this point, I don't really care about fitting in. I just don't. I don't care about all that. At this point, it's just about, like I said, just being exactly who the Lord called me to be. Am I still a people person? Absolutely. I still talk to people. I still, joke around, do everything that, in the way that I do it. But at the same time, being able to still be able to connect with other people and stuff. So, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, yeah. And even relating to college too, like I said, I just had a lot of associates. Granted, I had a friend group, but the people that was within that friend group, we don't all talk a lot anymore. The only person out of the friend group that I still talk to a lot is Kayla. We talk every day practically. Well, yeah, we do talk pretty much every day. But yeah, everybody else that was in that friend group with us, I don't really too much talk to. And it's not because of anything that they did, but it's just, I guess, just life. That's just how life happens sometimes. And so, but yeah, at this point, I don't really care about fitting in with other people like that. Just be myself. And as long as I be me and the person accepts me as I am, then that's that. But if you can't accept me as I am and you want me to alter me to fit you or make you feel comfortable, it's like, nah. So.
Yeah. That's dope. I will say, when I was younger, I wanted to sit down. I wanted to definitely like appeal to other people to where they wanted to talk to me, but that wasn't the case. And then when I then I got the sense of that, well, shoot, ain't nobody gonna ever let me fit in with them. I was like, you know what, bump that. I can't even win for losing at that point. I tried adjusting the things that I wore. I tried wearing tight jeans, to where I could hardly even fit the doggone things. Like I've tried all that stuff and it didn't work. And so then I don't really know what the switch was, and I just started dressing how I wanted to dress in the high school. So I think, shucks. Let's hurry up and end this because I'm over here yawning too much.
But no, I definitely get where you're coming from. Now, one thing I will say, I definitely believe, and one thing that you did say that I think that we both kind of do, but I think you started to do it a lot more, is like how we adapt to our surroundings to be able to get the job done, if that makes sense, in the regard of like how you were saying about being able to talk with other people about Christ and all of that. I will say that I think that's definitely something that we both do. I think you definitely do it a lot more because it's something that you learned to do. But yeah, it makes it easy. It makes it easy when you're able to relate to somebody. So then that way they're more comfortable and they trust you with whatever it is that you're trying to say and what you have to say. And so definitely it helps to be able to relate. be relatable. So maybe not be a chameleon and fit in at that point, but more so be relatable. So still being yourself authentically, but being relatable to be able, or being open-minded or understanding in that regard to be able to see, is it empathy? Is it empathy? Sympathy? Empathy? Whatever. One of them things.
I never get them straight. I just be like, yeah, I don't know.
Like, you know, it's not the fact of I'm not going to get in here with you, but I can understand where you're coming from. That type of ordeal. And so, yeah, I say all of that to say this. I think it's really important that we understand that we're meant, as Christians, we're meant to stand apart from others. We're not meant to fit in. Like it says in the scripture, do not conform to the ways of this world, and do not conform to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so, that being the case, y'all, we can't. Yes, we're in this world, but we shouldn't be of it. We shouldn't accept the customs and things of that nature and alter that to fit in. You should be okay with being set apart. You should be okay with being different. Get used to, or be okay with, not always having. I'm trying to think how to explain it. Be okay with not having large friend groups in that regard, because not everybody is going to agree with what you're doing and how you're doing it, especially if they're not on that same track. Now, if everybody in your friend group is on that same track, then you blessed, man, if you got people like that, for real. Which, granted, we've been blessed to be able to be, you know, around the godly community that we're in, our tribe and everything. So, but yeah, just be mindful of that. You ain't got to fit in with these folks. I remember the first time that I smoked weed. And I was laying there in this girl's lap. I was sitting on my childhood best friend porch, laying in this girl's lap. And I'm like, bro, what's supposed to be happening? Ain't nothing happening.
You're supposed to be seeing some swirls or something like that.
Bro, I'm expecting that it's going to be like this big bang thing. No. And it was some mid, too. Maybe that was why, because it was some mid. But... like,
oh, yeah. If you had that loud, let me tell you, you would have been laid out somewhere scared.
Why? What? Now, the first time, like, when I had that first bad trip, well, I call it a bad trip, but that was some loud, and I was chiefing, like, hard. And so, when when it caught up with me, because we was outside smoking it, so it was, like, super cold in the winter. So, we outside, and I'm chiefing. They like, Jay, yo, chill. Like, you puffing too hard. Like, you hitting it too hard. Shit. And I'm like, man, I'm fine. Like, I can't feel nothing. As soon as I get in the house in that heat, that jump said whoosh. It came right down on me, bro. So when I was walking, it felt like, you know how, like, when you watch a kid's movie and, like, it's a big person walking and you hear the echo?
Yeah.
That's what was happening. So I was walking and it was like, dude.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh my God. And then my whole body started going numb. And I went over to my cousin and I was freaking out and I grabbed her arm. Like, you know how, like, a little kid grab your arm? And I was like, Tisha, oh my God, I can't feel myself, bro. Oh my God. And she was like, Jay, calm down. You high AF, calm down. I said, y'all, I can't breathe. My breathing is slowing down. Go get my breathing machine, yo. We're going to have to go to the hospital. They was like, oh my God, we finna go get in trouble. We finna go to jail. Oh my God. Because by this time, bro, because it was bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, trying to do too much, trying to think you a big dog. So maybe that's one situation where I tried. Like, to, you know,
tried to fit in
with the big dogs. And I done got toe up. Like, I remember I told my mama, and so it was me, my cousin, and my mom's ex-boyfriend's daughter, the one that was the stud. And it was all three of us smoking together. And that night we had to go on paper route, and I was steady laughing, bro, the whole time. And I looked at her, I said, bruh, my dad's my mom's ex-boyfriend's daughter, I said, yo, nigga, you look like Jimmy Neutron. And I died out laughing. My mama said, are you okay? I said, yeah. And just died out laughing. And it was like, she fine, trying to push me back and make me go to sleep. It was terrible, bro. Terrible.
I couldn't have smoked with you because I would have slapped you. I'm sorry. Cause
That's why
I'm the paranoid one. I'm the one that be like, bro, if you say anything, if you breathe wrong, we gonna get locked up. Like we gonna get locked up if you look somewhere wrong. No.
man, listen,
Mm-mm.
telling you. After that, I think I maybe smoked weed maybe 2 or 3 more times after that, and after that, I was done. That was it for me.
Yeah.
Moral of the story is, kids, don't smoke or drink. It ain't it for you. It ain't.
Absolutely not. It ain't. It's just not worth it, man. I mean, what I will say though is that I was like very uptight and stuff before I started like smoking and stuff in my past. It definitely loosened me. Like you think I'm uptight now, you saw nothing compared to before I started. Like I was
And you
so
can hold a stick
strict.
in your butt. Is that what you tell me?
Oh, absolutely. Like you don't even know the half. So the fact like that smoking loosened me up to the person I am today, I'm grateful. I am extremely grateful, but am I still strict? Absolutely. But I'm not. I'm more lenient. I'm more understanding. I'm more experienced about with life. So I don't expect everything to be a certain way. Like I'm way more open minded
I got you.
than I was in the past. So I was like, I would never drink. I would never smoke. And that went out the window. I don't know what happened. It just happened. Yeah.
Man,
So it made me into the person I am today.
man, thank God we didn't get that in college, man. I remember we was trying so hard that night, but I'm glad we didn't.
We was
Because
trying.
who knows where we would be? We would probably been chiefing every night after that.
I'm about to say because all it takes is one time. Like
Yeah.
you just getting it one time, and then for a fact, oh, that person is probably reliable, and I can get it from them like every night or every week. Because we know people that stay high like every day.
Pretty much, man. I'm glad we didn't. I think we only smoked that black one time. After that, we ain't never smoked again in college. We smoked that black that one time under the tree. That black amount under the tree.
Yeah, and like we was like big dogs or something like that, but it just felt good to just be able to smoke,
We were sitting there,
and
man.
nobody say nothing.
Right, just chilling hard. That was the night we met. That was the night we met. What you call it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
man.
so much.
But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We done sat on here, reminisced a little bit, done told some business now, you know what I'm saying? So moral of the story is, kids, you ain't gotta fit in, don't smoke, don't drink. It ain't worth it. Don't even waste your money, okay? Just don't waste your money. Period.
No, absolutely, and don't fit in mainly because if you guys have paid attention to the things that we've talked about, then you understand just to tie it in with God. God has a specific purpose for you in the way that He needs you to do it. So why try to fit in with somebody else when you're not meant to fit in that way?
Come on.
Like Jay was saying, like we're meant to be set apart. We're in the world, but we're not of the world. So why would you try to fit in with the world? All we can do is blend in to try to get the word out about Christ and not try to fit in and be like everybody else. We have to be smarter. We have to be stronger. We have to be stronger. We have to be wiser. Because there's a difference between having worldly knowledge and spiritual knowledge. You can know all the stuff in the world, but still be dumb as rocks when it comes to the spiritual things because only spiritual can detect the spiritual. And from there, that's where wisdom comes from. It's from the spiritual things of God. So just understanding that, and just be authentic. Authentic is the best way to go. It is the authentic the being authentic allows God to shine through you, and you're able to allow people to be like, oh shoot, if she can be herself, then I can be myself. You can be that influence to help people understand, like, yo, it is okay to be you. You don't have to, do all these different things to be popular or to look like somebody else. Like, just be authentic.
That's it. And I mean, since we done brought up we done mentioned of these different scriptures, I do want to read Romans 12:2 to y'all real quick, and then we can go ahead and bounce out. And all it says is, please, or not please, but do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God and what is good and acceptable and perfect, or which is good, acceptable, and perfect. So,
That's
period.
right.
That being said, y'all, it's no need to be able to fit, or it's no need to fit in with other people. There's no need to desire to fit in with other people when the will of God is actually meaning to set you apart. It's meaning it's supposed to be that you are being holy because He is holy. When you decide to walk with Jesus, you are meant to be different. Period. You're meant to walk the narrow road versus walking the wide road with everybody else. So, swim upstream. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Swim against the current concerning that side of things. Now, if it's the flow of the Holy Spirit, you better swim with that. You better walk with the Holy Spirit. Don't go
Absolutely,
against the Holy
100%.
Spirit. But
100%, man.
for sure, man, for sure. But we're gonna go ahead and bounce up off of here. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Kayla?
Just try to fit in with God.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
Because, you can't be, of course, the word talks about not being lukewarm. But God would prefer that you try to fit, because you can't fit in both places. You just can't. So once you make that choice to say, okay, I'm going to fit in with God, just be prepared to not fit in with people.
That's it.
Just prepare yourself. And once you get in with the fit in with God, everything else will flow as it needs to, so that you can learn, so that you can grow, so that you can become stronger,
Come on.
and so that you can help others in this journey. Because the matter of the fact is that there are going to be other people that need to see what it looks like to go up against the grain,
Come on.
that swim upstream, that is able to resist temptation. Like, people need to see that so that they can then do it too. The whole purpose is to help people get to Christ, or to get more people to flow upstream, so that it can become the new norm.
Come on.
Or this, or how about the minority becomes the majority, right?
Come on, minority, majority. I'm with that. I like that.
Look at
There.
that.
Come on, that's
So
major.
yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Just be prepared.
For real. I do want to throw this last thing in because this came to mind as you were talking. Think of it as when you're in a world, it's either too tight or it's either too big. But when it's with Jesus, it's just right. If it's just right, if it's perfect. Your
That's
your
right.
battle, your battle, what's the word? Your uniform fits just right when you're doing it with Jesus. But then when you're doing it with the world, you're trying to fit into other people's uniform. You're trying to fit into society's
Ooh.
uniform. You're trying to fit into the enemy's uniform because you think
Mhm.
that's right. Because it feels good. When you were never meant to fit into that.
That's
So
right.
that's what I got there. That's
That's
what
pretty
came to
much
mind.
it, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too, man. So that being said, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in on this episode. Please make sure y'all tell a friend that Jay and Akela is back on the podcast per usual. Okay. Also, y'all make sure, like I said, shameless plug, go get More Than a Seed available now on Amazon. I think it would be cool if you did like a never mind, we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all please go ahead and do that. Please make sure y'all go ahead and follow us, 1CGSM9 on Twitter and Instagram. Catch us on Facebook, Christian Gate Street Ministries, for the page and for the group. Also, please make sure y'all catch us on the Game Podcast, available everywhere practically you can look. Okay, I'm not going through all the different places, but y'all know what's up, especially if you're listening to this. Tell a friend, share it with a friend. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And also, really quick, I'm sorry, y'all give us some ratings. Talk back with us. Leave some reviews or something. Let us know what we doing. Let us know if it's helping you. Let us know if Jesus is changing your life episode by episode. We love to see that. We love to hear it. We here for it. Okay. So y'all please make sure y'all do that. And yeah, that's all I really got. You got anything else?
No, just for y'all to hop up off of here, because I got things to do. Because I got to wash and be Twix. So
That's the one. That's no better. There's nothing better than that. Washing betwixt. All right.
Hey,
That
I
being
need
said,
to go on a T-shirt. Watching betwixt me and thee.
stupid. Okay. She said, "Watching betwixt me and thee." Bye.
Yeah.
Y'all send help for Kayla. It's okay, man. It's okay. Y'all send help. But we love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and bounce up off of here. Like Kayla said, get up off the phone. Peace,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all. Peace. Have a good one. Blessed
Toodaloo.
holidays.